Can you guys read that? That's what I'm going to be talking about in a minute. Comment below if it does, though. You read that? Let me know if it does. This is what I'm going to be talking about, y'all. Do holidays throw you off with your health goals? It's a big one, especially. I know I'm being bold talking about this day after Turkey Day, but I want to share some things with you. Hey, for those of you joining me that don't know me, I'm Natalie Jill, and I kill fat for a living, which means I help you kill the fat on your bodies, but also what I call false assumed truths, the things that hold us back from achieving our goals. And awesome, Linda, that's awesome, but it doesn't throw you off. That's good. You might have some advanced information here. For most people, it totally throws them off. And that's what I want to talk about today, because I want you all to enjoy the holidays, but I have some tips that are going to help you keep on track and even jump into the new year better than ever. Does that sound good? If this is a topic that you think would be interesting to others, please share it. And for those of you joining me on live right now, please let me know your name, your age, and where you're from. I love to know your age, especially because, as many of you know, I share my age frequently. I'm 48, and I love knowing when I'm attracting or talking to women that are close in my age. So let me know that too. And if you're watching the replay, make sure you rate replay down below so I know who is jumping on. And I'm going to get started here in just a minute. But my first question for you all is this: do holidays throw you off track with your health goals? Because I think for most people, they do. And it creates a cycle that can spin us in the wrong direction. And nobody's immune from this. You could be the fittest, the most healthy person. And when you have a few days of bad eating or being off of your habits, we start becoming those new habits or those new things that we're forming. All right, let's see who's on. Hi, Mary. Hi, Cleo. Hi, James. I see Shella, Sharon. You didn't overeat yesterday. That's awesome, Sharon. Y'all, I've had heartburn literally all day today. And I was like, why do I have heartburn? And I think it's because of the real mashed potatoes I had quite a few servings of, with extra, all the stuff I don't eat. All the extra dairy and tons of garlic, but I'm feeling it today. Let's see who else on. I've got someone from Trinidad. Hi, Julie. Hi, Selwyn. All right, you all, I'm gonna dive into it. Hi, Karen. Hi, everyone. Hi, Donna. Awesome. Yeah, the pie. Awesome. Yolanda, 40. See, I love when I throw out my age and then I see that so many of you are close to my age. Hi, Julie, 42. Donna, 52. Yolanda, 40. From Jamaica, Yolanda. Amazing. Did you celebrate Thanksgiving over there, Yolanda, in Jamaica? Hi from Sydney. Hi, Joanne. All right, y'all. I know I haven't done this topic in a little while, but I really wanted to talk into this because many of you might have seen my last live where I spoke about the pain cycle, and that applies also to habit cycle. And I want to talk about that because you see, we're always the results of the habits that we are doing, right? So if you are the type of person who eats a certain way, moves your body a certain way, wakes up at a certain time, drinks a certain amount of water, those are all of your habits, and we become the result of our habits. But habits, when we're not consistent with them or we start new ones, can easily change and be forgotten. It's super easy to fall off track and create new habits, easier than people realize. So for instance, if you are the type of person who has gotten really good with your eating and your habits, and then the holidays are requiring travel or different environments or different experiences, it's really easy to start falling into new habits. And we're always the sum of our habits. So what I want to do is help you with a few things that I feel could help support you this holiday season and could keep you on track while still enjoying things and really set you up to win for the new year. Does that sound good? Awesome. Let's see. Oh, Karen, I love it. Karen says she went spinning and then she felt she could eat more. I love that. Let's see. Hi, Maria. Stop dieting here. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I'm not a fan of dieting, y'all. I'm a fan of habits, of a lifestyle change that creates habits. So I'm going to take you back a little bit And I want to talk to you about something that many of you have heard me share before, but a lot of you are new on here today. I want to talk about what I call the transformation triangle. You see, there's 3 points that are critical for healthy living. And this applies to everybody, no matter what your situation is, no matter where you're starting from, whether you're advanced, whether you're beginner, whether you're feeling like you've been on track your whole life and now things aren't working for you, or maybe for the first time you've like really decided that you want to get healthy. There's 3 things that have to be in place. And without all 3 of these things, it is very difficult to change and transform. All 3 of these things need to be in place when it comes to our health, with our bodies, how we look, how we feel, and what I call aging in reverse. Aging in reverse is not only about looks, it's about how we feel inside, how we show up, how we feel in the world, how we're truly living or thriving. That is what aging in reverse means to me. And there's 3 things that have to be in place in order for that to happen, okay? And these 3 things, it's almost like a tripod. If you picture a tripod with 3 legs, if one of them is not working, nothing works. So what those are, and I always start up here at the top of the triangle, the first one is your state. It's your mindset. It's the way that your mind works. And that's where habits, that's where decisions, that's where thoughts come into play, that's where motivation. All of that is step 1. It's that state, changing your state. Now, a lot of people dive into, I want to change my body, I want to be healthy, I want to have this year, I'm going to lose the weight, or I'm going to get better, I'm going to start aging in reverse, whatever it is. But what they start with is the nutrition or the workouts, and they skip that part of the changing the state. And this is the most critical piece. And I want to talk to you about that first, because without that piece, it's like that tripod. We're missing a whole leg and things can fall over. They will not work. They won't create lasting results. So I'm going to talk about state first. And this is critical because remember, this is that missing link. And I could talk all day about state, but I want to give you just a couple things to take you through the holidays and help you start a month ahead of time, stepping into 2020 as your best you, okay? So this might be some stuff you want to write down. If you have a chance, just grab a piece of paper. You can type on your notes on your phone, but I want to make sure you remember these things because they're super simple, but they're easy to forget. And these can also become habits easily if you make a decision around them. So when you change your state, it all starts with first making a decision. The number 1 thing is literally making a decision, deciding. And you could start that with, like, I decide that coming up here in 2020, it's going to be my best year ever. Or I've decided that the holidays, I'm going to enjoy it, but it's not going to throw me off track. Or I'm deciding that I am not going to live in the belief set that it's too late for me, or that it's my genetics, or that it's my thyroid. Now, I know saying that, some of you might go, but wait a minute, it is. But let me let you know that if I validate that and say, you're right, it's your thyroid, or you're right, it's your age, or you're right, it's your pain, or you're right, it's your injury, if we just stop it there, there's no chance of improving. So the decision, that first step of changing your state, is literally making a decision that you're not going to let those old stories move you forward. Okay? And this is actually the hardest part for people. I did a post the other day. Many of you might have seen it. If not, it's still live on my Facebook, and you can find it in my Instagram feed as well. But I did a post of Jim Walters, and it would be worth you looking at it later, because Jim, when I met him, he was super overweight, like really unhealthy overweight. He was obese. He had health problems, a lot of health problems, and anyone that looked at him would have thought, okay, maybe that's just genetics, or they might have put the definition of lazy on him. There would have been a lot of assumptions around Jim. And Jim spent years validating why he was like that. It was his age, it was his genetics, it was his makeup, it was his schedule, it was his health issues, it was all the things. He had all the reasons to validate it. The problem with that is that when we validate excuses and we live in them, we tend to enroll people in our lives to believe in those excuses too. So it's very easy to say, I have this genetic issue, or I have this problem, or I have this diagnosis. And then everybody in your life will start to support that with you and say, you're right, that sucks. You're right, that sucks. You're right, you can't change. You're right, you're right, you're right. And what that does, all that does, the only thing that does for you is it keeps you stuck there. That's it. It makes you feel comfortable in a moment because you're being validated, but it does absolutely nothing to change things for you. So if you were to ask Jim, like, hey Jim, what did you do to change? Because if you look at Jim now, he looks like a gym rat. Like, he's completely buff. He's totally aging in reverse. He's got muscles and veins, and he looks amazing, and he's got energy and focus, and he doesn't even remember being that person he once was before. And what's interesting about it, if you were to ask Jim, what did you do? What was the change here? He'd have a whole list of things, but you know what he would say first? The number one thing that propelled him forward. Anyone have a guess? What do you think Jim would say if you asked him, how did he change? How did it start? The first thing is he made a decision. He literally made a decision. He said, enough is enough. I'm done watching my friends get sick. I'm done watching my friends lose limbs to type 2 diabetes. I am done watching people die early. I am done looking in the mirror and not liking how I look. He made a decision. The number one thing is he decided in capital letters, decided. Because here's the thing, you all. When you make a decision, when you literally draw a line in the sand and you decide and you say, this is going to be different, I am in, I'm not going to be enrolled in my excuses anymore, you open up to the world of possibility, which is incredible, because the difference between someone who's uber successful at something and somebody who stays stuck year after year and just goes through the motions, the difference, all that it is they created new habits. They created new habits because they decided. And it makes a whole difference. And they stopped enrolling themselves and everybody else around them in why something wouldn't work. The difference between somebody that's uber successful and somebody who is stuck is somebody who's uber successful lives in the world of possibility and deciding that things are possible. The person that stays stuck lives in circumstance and why something will not work. Does this make sense? Tell me, talk to me in the comments if this resonates with you, because this is one of those things that is very black and white. Those that succeed live in the idea of possibility. They decide that everything is possible. Those that do not succeed or stay stuck or get worse, they live in circumstance, what is right now today and why things won't work. And there's a difference. And every single day I get comments, I get messages, I get emails, I get all the things every day from people that tell me why something will not work with them. And you know what I've learned? Those people, things will not work for them ever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's my plans or somebody else's plans. If you stay stuck in why something will not work for you, then you are not living in possibility. You're not living in possibility, okay? So when I talk about the transformation triangle, that first step in changing your state is making a decision and making a firm decision that you're gonna live in possibility and stop living in all of the reasons and excuses something has not worked for you. If you're with me on this, if you are like, I've decided, please write that. I want to hear it. Like, that's part of deciding, declaring it. So please say, I've decided. Now, you all, yes, I specialize in helping women age in reverse and fat loss and nutrition, but that applies, by the way, to all aspects of your life. That applies to financial, it applies to relationships, it applies to your careers, your business. That first step of deciding and living in possibility, that's everything. So please tell me if you, hi Karen, I see you, hi Yolanda, hi Mary. Mary, I love it. Mary said, I decided, I love it. I've decided, Liana's decided, yes, I've decided. That's the first step. If you have not decided, then I can't help move forward. It has to be a decision first. It has to be a decision. Lori, I love it. I decided, let's see, I lost 30 pounds. I can't read your whole thing. Yeah, I got healthy. I am now 5 to 10. Okay. I'm going to come back to that. Tara, you've decided. Yolanda, I've decided. Yes. Tess, I've decided. Impossibility. Yes. I love it, you all. Thank you. Decide first. That's number one. Because I've learned this over and over, that if I sit there and engage the reasons why something is not working for somebody, then we stay in circumstance, and everything changes with possibility. You all, Sharon, you decided. Paula, you've decided. Karen, you've decided. Listen, you can be an entirely different person. An entirely different person. I want you to hear this. A year from today, by changing this perspective on life. If you make a decision right now and you start operating from possibility, what's possible, not what is, what's possible for you, you'll start changing your thoughts, you'll start changing your actions, you'll start changing your habits, you'll start changing the questions that you're asking, and you will change who you are. And this is amazing. This is incredible. This is the biggest gift I can give you right now, is telling you this. It's deciding. That's number one. Okay, I love it. Clea, you've decided. Jennifer, you've decided. This is great. Heather, you've decided. Daniel, he's up. Yes, Daniel, you can join, of course. You've decided. I love it. Paula, Sharon, you've decided. I've decided. Yeah, that's it. It's as simple as that, you all. Because here's the thing. I mentioned the transformation triangle earlier. The other parts of the transformation triangle are plate and weight. So we start with state, and then we've got plate, and then we've got weight. And I'm not going to overload you with too much information today. I wanted to keep this short. But that state is the most important part. The second part to that is the plate and the nutrition. And then there's the movement, the weight. All three need to be in order. But that number one step is that state of mind. Tomorrow I'm gonna touch on nutrition, by the way, but I wanted to start with deciding today. I wanted to see who is in and who's decided. Karen, yes, possibility, operating from possibilities. For those of you just joining us, you'll want to watch this from the beginning, but I'm basically talking about how to stay on track through the holidays, but let me explain. This works year-round too. This works year-round too. It starts with changing your state. It starts with a decision and from operating from possibility. So how does that apply to the holidays right now? Well, I'm not going to tell you not to have fun on the holidays, because when you are in a state of possibility and you are living your best self, you're living towards your potential, then eating one day on Thanksgiving the foods you didn't want to eat does not throw you off. Because you're operating from possibility. You're operating from a place of what I do most of the time is working me towards being the best possible me. So one day will not throw you off. One day will not throw you off. I want you to hear that. Look, I ate a lot yesterday, and I woke up, as many of you, not feeling so great today. But I had a choice right then. I could let that day, yesterday, define me, and I could eat tons of leftovers today and not move my body and not hydrate and go down a path of why did I do that yesterday? But that would keep me in circumstance. Or I could operate in possibility, that yesterday won't affect me as it won't affect you. And today, I'm back to who I am. I'm drinking lots of water. I move my body. I'm focusing on adding in more of the good. And I'm gonna start this end of the year holiday season off right. And it's gonna get me prepared for January. So I don't want you to beat yourself up from yesterday. Because remember, we're operating from possibility and what's possible. And what's possible is you can enjoy the holidays and you can still get healthy and make great decisions and start stepping into your best life, right? I'm gonna take questions too, by the way. Okay, you all, this is big news right now because many of you have asked when I was gonna be doing another challenge or another nutrition plan or what's next. And I kept saying wait till January. Well, I've got some good news for you. In January, I officially announced today I'm doing what I'm calling the Back to Basics, BASIX challenge. So Back to Basics challenge. And the reason I'm calling it Back to Basics with a big X at the end for the X on basics, is because I'm gonna help you navigate through all this information overload. We're gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna start making things super simple, easy and fun for you. And we're gonna go back to basics on nutrition, where I take you through 28 days, 4 weeks of accountability to me, where I'm gonna give you meal plans, I'm gonna give you grocery lists, I'm gonna give you the daily motivation you need, I'm gonna give you the workouts if you want them that you can do from anywhere using your own body weight. I'm gonna give you a support system, a group, where you're completely supported, that's private. You're gonna get all of your questions answered, and you're gonna have a live call with me every week where I'm answering all of your questions and going deeper on nutrition. It's a nutrition challenge, but here's the cool thing. Failure is not an option on it, you all. Like, you will get results on this. You spend 28 days with me in those habits that I do, teaching these with you, the same habits that I've helped hundreds of thousands of women shed the weight before, you will not fail. You will get that weight off in January. You'll start the new year off amazing. You're gonna have a clear head, focus, energy. That bloat's gonna stop. And you know what you're gonna say to me at the end of the January? You're gonna say, Natalie, I cannot believe that I believed before that it was too late for me. You're gonna say, Natalie, I cannot believe I thought my hormones were the problem. You're gonna say, Natalie, I cannot believe I thought it was this issue. Because you're gonna see how easy and how simple and how yummy and how fun this can be. And I'm gonna be with you the whole way. Are you in? You guys want in? Tell me if you want into this challenge. Here's the good news, first of all. Actually, it's all good news. If you are a member of my Aging in Reverse community, don't worry, you're covered. You're already in. You're already enrolled in this. This is gonna be part of your membership in January. So you have nothing else you have to do right now, except for invite your friends if you want. If you are not in my Aging in Reverse community yet, and you want in to this challenge, I opened up today a Black Friday special to get an early bird spot, to reserve your seat because it's gonna fill up, and to get this at a super affordable discounted price. Like, for everything you're getting, this is crazy affordable. All you wanna do, and I see Liana on. Liana, can you type the link for me? You're gonna go to www.backtobasics.me. Backtobasics.me. And I did actually, oh my gosh, I just realized on Instagram I pinned the wrong link. Ha, that's funny. I'm gonna write the correct one here. I spelled it wrong there. You can see www.backtobasics.me. And let's see, let's get that there. Now it's correct on Instagram. Sorry about that, you guys. There you go. I was trying to be proactive and pin it before the live, and I pinned the wrong link. Let's see. Anyways, this is going to fill up. I'm going to let you know. And I'm not going to be, no, is Aging in Reverse closed? Lisa, it is not closed. You can always still join Aging in Reverse. I'll put a link there as well. It's aginginreverse.me. You're more than welcome to join. We are starting our December sessions in actually this week in Aging in Reverse. You can still join that. However, if you're not in Aging in Reverse and you want to take this challenge in January, I would love to have you in. And for that, you'll go to backtobasics.me. So either one. So Lisa, you're totally welcome to join us in the Aging in Reverse community, and then you'll automatically be enrolled in the challenge, which is awesome. Plus, you'll get the November challenge, the November sessions, which is a whole nother thing. So would love to have you in there. So anyways, y'all, this starts in January. Tell me if you are in. Karen, are you in? Tara, you're in. Roseanne, yes, I love it. Yanka, get in there. Kim, you're in. Linda, I know you'll be in there, which is amazing. By the way, you all, if you've done my full body reset before, if you've done Fat Loss Academy, any of that, still welcome to come back and do this challenge. This is not the same as full body reset or Fat Loss Academy. We take the best of that information from there and we include it, but this is a whole different experience. You'll have access to my private community during the time, not on Facebook. This will be in a private community. You'll have all the meal planning, you'll have all the recipes, you'll have swap outs, the grocery list, the daily motivation, the workouts if you want them, contests, accountability, all the things. And live sessions with me where we go every week, we go live and you'll be with me and I'll be answering all your questions. So are you in? Roseanne, if you are a member of Aging in Reverse, you do not need to sign up for it. Nope, you will automatically get it in January. So you have nothing else you need to do there if you're already in Aging in Reverse. Great question. Yeah, let's see. Lori, if you have food restrictions, no worries. By the way, everything that I teach is completely gluten-free in there. And you've got 2 meal plans option in there. One of them is completely dairy and grain-free as well. So you've got 2 different options in there. And we have swap out options for everything. So food restrictions will not make this an issue at all. You're with the right person with that. 1, I'm a celiac. 2, my daughter is allergic to all nuts. And I teach an unprocessed natural food way of eating. So I've helped people with all types of restrictions. So you're definitely in the right place with that. So, and Lori, you do not have to do nuts. No problem there at all. We have nuts as options on the plan, but we've got swap outs for everything. So no issue with that whatsoever. You are still welcome to join. Let's see. So no, you do not need to if you're aging at risk. Let's see, any other questions, you all? So excited, New Year, better choices. I love it. Awesome. Tell me if you're in. And healthy fats, Karen, absolutely there's healthy fats in there. Somebody was asking if they could still do it if they don't eat nuts. And I was saying you absolutely can, because you don't have to have nuts on the plan. So you're gonna have basically what happens in January, and it's the early bird special right now, is you're gonna have complete education on nutrition, where I am gonna get rid of all the information overload from you. I'm gonna break it down super simple, so that way we can make it last for your lifetime. Sound good? Hi, Melody. Lisa's in, yay. How much? Green, meditate. Go to backtobasics.me. I've got it on sale right now for half price. It's a steal. It's a steal for this. So go to backtobasics.me. All the information is right there. Shelly, you're in. I love it. Yes, tell me if you're in, y'all. I can't wait. So I'm going to be talking about this for the next few days, because we've got this Black Friday through Cyber Monday special. Right now, we're keeping that open till Monday. If it fills up, I'm not going to keep it open till Monday. So if you're thinking about it, take action now and get your spot, okay? The longest I will keep this registration open is through Monday. And then I will open it back up at the end of December for January, but it's going to be at a higher price. So this is the early bird Black Friday deal. Lori, is it recipes, workouts, easy to cook, hate cooking? I love it, Lori. You sound like me. Yes, we do both, all of it. So basically, Lori, what we'll do is we're gonna give you a meal plan that's super easy to follow. And it basically, you'll have options on it. You'll have like the simple, where it's like, this is how you build your meal with protein, carbs, and fats, and how to do it. So it's simple and you don't have to cook much or make crazy recipes, or you could grab from the store if you want. And also, if you like recipes, you'll have that option. So you get both, so no issue there. In fact, I'm gonna show you how to like prep your fridge and make things really easy to grab, so you don't have to worry about that. So you could do this whether you're cooking, or you just are the kind of person that likes to grab things, or you like to eat at restaurants. You'll be able to do it regardless. I'm gonna teach you how it all works. And then as far as the workouts, they are optional. You will get results regardless if you do the workouts or not, but I'm gonna include workouts because I know many of you want that. This is a clean eating, unprocessed food diet challenge. So I'll be focused on food during this challenge. And I'll also have workouts for you as an option if you want them. So no problem, you'll have access to all of that. So you don't have to worry about if you hate cooking. I love it. Yes, and I love that, Lisa. You're 55, perfect. I'm 48. Check it out. Back to basics with an X.me, backtobasics.me, and grab it while it's on special. Can I do it if I'm not in my 40s or 50s? Yes, absolutely. Any age can do this, no problem there. I just share my age, you all, because I know that so many people that you're watching on social media, or that you hear putting out books, they don't get it. They're not in their 40s or 50s. They've not had kids. They have not had the injuries. They've not had all the stuff. So I'm sharing my age because I want you to know, you all, I understand where you're coming from. I understand perimenopause. I understand menopause. I understand the hormone shifts. I understand the injuries. I understand all the things that come along with aging. So I'm going to encourage you, if you are in your 40s, 50s, 60s, or beyond, to do this with me, because I get you. I fully get you. I understand you, and I can absolutely help you. Tara, is this something my 19-year-old daughter can do with me? Absolutely. My 12-year-old can do this with me. My 12-year-old does learn and eat with me, so there's no issue there. Everything is based on real, natural, unprocessed foods. We don't count calories. We don't count macros. It's super simple to follow, so you can absolutely do that with her. That would be amazing. That's a fun thing to do with your daughter, no problem. All right, you all. I thought you found this helpful. If you're joining me late, definitely watch from the beginning, because I gave you that key to changing your state and what you can shift over the holidays to start jump-starting things for the new year. And I will be back on live tomorrow. Thanks, you guys. Bye.